Hello, thank you for joining me. I've just come out for a drive in the larder to the Lake District, and here we are. We're just above Lake Windermere. In a minute we shall see some views of Windermere. We've come to a place called Stagshaw Gardens, which is a garden which was created in 1959 by Cubby Auckland, who was somebody who worked for the National Trust. He was a gardener and a forester, and he created the gardens, which are just behind my car, which we're going to go and explore. So we're going to see lots of rhododendrons, and you may be able to hear the sound of a stream. Just a very pleasant place to have a walk around. I'll just let you see exactly where we are. So down there is Lake Windermere. We're at the top end of Lake Windermere. Ambleside is just an amble along the road from here, and we're now going to go into the garden. So we get to here, so it's a little drive up here from the road, and here's a map of the garden. So this is what we're going to go and explore, this interesting garden. And here we are, look, it says Stagshaw Gardens. Gate got a bit caught, so once I get myself in, let's go and explore. You may be able to already hear the sound of the water, so let's walk around. It's 8 acres, so quite interesting. I always enjoy looking around these country estates, all kinds of fascinating places. There's no stately home in here, so it is purely just a woodland garden we're going to see. Let's go and explore though. It's one of those places where there's lots of decisions. Do I go up there, or do I go over the bridge? I think we'll go going over the bridge. We'll do a circuit, and we'll probably end up coming back down to here. So here's the stream. As I say, the main sort of centrepiece of the garden is the stream. There's these little cascading waterfalls. Probably if it had a lot of rain, it's probably a lot more powerful than it is today. That's looking down there. So it'll flow on down there and join up with Lake Windermere. Some big beech trees here. So there's a nice mixture of trees, oak trees, beech trees, and like I say, there's lots of rhododendrons. Now rhododendrons aren't necessarily always a good plant. They're not native to Britain, they're very invasive. And I've cut down many rhododendrons in my past. I used to work for the National Trust. But in a garden like this where they're controlled and they're part of the garden, it's a different story. But you don't really want them growing everywhere. Anyway, let's just go up through these nice beech trees. That's all very pleasant, and every now and then get somewhere. There's a little bench. There's a few viewpoints. See the views over Windermere. I'd like to do more videos up in the Lake District, but it's such a long way to drive. It's probably one of the longest drives I've taken my larder for. I'm actually up here. I had a meeting with the IFA club. We'd had our run, our drive around Cumbria and the Lake District yesterday and today. So there were a few other larders and a few trants in the area. And then after we'd finished, everyone else has gone home. And I'm making the most of being here. Look at this, though, in the autumn colours. It's just really nice and peaceful. It's the sound of birds, sound of water, and just pleasant to be here. There's a path that way. There's another little path going off down there. Let's go down this one, I think, this time. Yeah, I really like coming to these places. This National Trust is interesting because it's not one that's overly commercialised. It's quite well hidden because I actually missed it driving along the road. There's no big blue sign to tell you it's there, and I think that might be partly by design, so that only those who really want to look can explore these paths. Also, I think it's more the point that there's not a very big car park, so I don't want too many people coming here. But a few people coming here, like me. I've seen one or two others wandering around. We get to enjoy a really nice place. I think what we're going to do in a minute, we should find some views over the lake. So we'll have a look at those, and then we'll continue on to the top of the garden. We'll make our way right up there through the trees and see what we can find. So we'll just continue on up here. Thank you. Stopped and people let me past. So yeah, I'm not the only person here, there are one or two others. Go down here. The path continues on. We're just taking this detour here to see the view. Interestingly, probably the best view you're going to see here isn't at the top of the garden, it's here. Another one of those almost secret little paths going off down there. Got this nice bench here, and looking out across, you can see Windermere down there. I appreciate the lighting conditions make it a bit faint, and as soon as I come in, it goes even more faint. But anyway, Windermere's down there. I'll go this way a bit. Can we see it? Ambleside, like I say, is a mile or so that way, maybe a little bit less. Ambleside's quite pleasant. Problem is, Lake District is it's a victim of its own success. So many people come here. I probably wouldn't choose to visit here in the summer because I know there'll be lots of people. I don't like busy places, so that's why I've kind of chosen while I'm here to visit here. And I'm going to go up here. Oh, this takes us back to the path I was on a moment ago, and I noticed at one of these junctions. Have a look here. So, well, where we were a moment. So we've just come from down there. That takes us back to where we started. The path quite obviously continues on. From looking at the map and sort of having to memorise that map, work things out, I can see a path. It's not so obvious going up there. It said steps at this point. And if you look just beyond these trees here, and up here a bit, see the steps go up. So let's go up these steps. This will take us to the top of the garden, and then we'll come back down the cascade, down the waterfalls. Interestingly, how we've gone from beech trees to more oak trees. Look at the leaves, all oak trees, lots of acorns on the ground. This is quite a climb. That means there's no mountain, but it's quite a climb. The oak trees in autumn, what a nice sight. Let's continue. Oh, look at that huge rhododendron. We'll go a bit closer. I'll show you how big the leaves are. They're massive. Look, get to here. You can just see where the path continues on round there. Look, show you. See how big they are. Yeah, they're big. I think you get the picture. Big rhododendron leaves. Another place I've been, National Trust, that's a bit like this. Completely different terrain, but down in Surrey Hills. I think it's called Leaf Hill Rhododendron Woods. Reminds me of that a bit. That's a very pleasant place. A bit like this. No shop or toilets or anything. Just somewhere nice to park your car and have a wander around. Let's go down, follow this ledge, see where this is going to take us. Don't many people take this path. It definitely is a path. It just involves a bit of ducking under branches, all part of the fun, and watching one stepping so don't fall off. Get to here, oh yes, and we go up here. I think we're almost at the top of the garden. Going by the way it's laid out, I probably will have a walk around some of the woods near here as well, but I'm gonna probably not do a video on that. Up there's some bamboo, and that leads to the top corner of the garden. But I think all that's out there is just a way out into the woods. So you could actually use this as part of your walk. I won't worry about going up there. Let's follow. Can you hear the waterfall? Let's follow that. Look at this, another. So rhododendrons, I said what a bad invasive plant they are. It's true, they are. They are nice though. I mean, I love being in them. When I was little, I used to like playing in them, climbing them. The problem is, see how nothing grows underneath them. They're invasive, they're acidic, and that's why generally they're seen as a problem. Only big trees like that one, you know, can survive living in amongst them. But the flowers do look really nice. I mean, if you came here in May, imagine this place must look amazing. Maybe one day I'll come back here in May. See the river? Let's follow this, or stream should I say. Cascading waterfalls. Taking, and follow this, which will take us back to the car park. There's, yeah, there we go. It's always nice and relaxing, isn't it, to see a waterfall? And it's always really, I just like walking in woods. It's just nice and just like it. I just like to get out into the countryside. And just something so nice about visiting these places. More rhododendrons, all of these big rhododendrons. I used to be a lot more clued up on every tree there was. I'm not as good as I used to be. I should try and find my tree books and read them again. We've got some more coniferous trees here. I believe somewhere around here there's the tallest tree in Cumbria, and that's further into the woods, so might take a while to find that, but I believe it is round here. Maybe a video for another day. I'll go to the waterfall and continuing on down here. Down the steps and here, get a really nice view of some of the waterfalls. There's also this smell, obviously you can't smell it, but there's this really nice awesome smell which just adds to the whole ambience and atmosphere we have here. And we head out into, there's another little path going off up there. Where that goes, and down there, although tree forms, I don't want to try that one. So up until 9:59, like I say, this was just pure natural woodland, and they've come and it's nice actually they've done it to just this bit. So they've made this woodland the garden, and then the rest of the woods can be more, as you'd expect, a natural woodland. Let's go to that waterfall again, such a nice sight. We're now going to follow the waterfall back to around where we started. And yeah, look at it, oh, it gets more dramatic. So the waterfall goes off down there. Really, it takes a drop, and the path goes around and down. Let's follow that down, and we'll go to where we can see the waterfall again. There's another little stream joining here, little spring. See the almost like a miniature gorge down there. Got a lot cherry laurel, no, Portuguese laurel, I think it is. So whether this was once all grown up and almost like a tunnel, you wouldn't have seen any of that. It looks like they have managed some of it. And then through there's the waterfall. Quite nice, the waterfall just there. I think we're nearly back to where we started, because I can see a bench and a pathway over there, and there were more beech trees down the bottom end. So when we get to the bridge, I think that will conclude the little video, this little explore. So if you are up in Cumbria, it's worth stopping. It's not somewhere you need to spend all day at. It's somewhere you can just stop for a short break if you want to come and have a look around. Just remember though, there's no shop or cafe or facilities, there's no toilets or anything like that, so it's a perfect place to spend a bit of time. Anyway, we're back at this bridge now where we started. My car is just over there, so that will take me to my car. So I'm going to finish the video here on this bridge, and I'm going to leave you with a view of the waterfall. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to come up to Cumbria again and make more videos, maybe visit more National Trust places and do some more nice walks. Would you like to see more videos from Cumbria? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe. Please subscribe, it really does help me travel around the countryside, visit more places like this. So thank you very much, and goodbye.